Mr. President, I rise to talk about the Department of Homeland Security and the necessity to fund it. Earlier today, the President submitted to the Congress a document for an authorization of military force. I take the President's request very seriously. I look forward to the analysis that will be done by the Foreign Relations Committee and the Armed Services Committee and debate on the floor. But why did the President send it, and why did many in the Congress call for it? Is that everybody says we've got to do something about ISIL. And you know what? I think we do have to do something about ISIL. What a ghoulish, barbaric terrorist group. And there is no doubt that there has to be an international effort to strike them from the planet, and that the United States has to be part of it. But you know what comes out when we talk about ISIL is the need to have a strong, robust counterterrorism effort. Now, if we're going to fight counterterrorism, we must fund the agency who has a principal responsibility for protecting the homeland. The Department of Defense protects us against foreign invaders, but we have to also protect the homeland, whether it's against cybersecurity threats or other terrorist activity or other dangers that come to our country. So why, after 2 weeks, we continue just to have sitting here the Department of Homeland Security appropriations for fiscal 15? We're ready to vote on it. We have a clean bill. This is the money, and I speak now as the ranking or vice chair of the Senate Appropriations Committee. During fiscal year 14, I chaired the committee. And at the end of the year, when we worked on our omnibus, it was the will of the Congress that we would fund all government agencies but Homeland Security, put it on a continuing resolution to February 27th, because there were those in both houses who were cranky about the fact that President Obama exercised executive authority in certain matters related to immigration. So here we're holding up the entire funding for the Department of Homeland Security because some people are cranky with Obama over him using an executive order on immigration. These very people who are so cranky are saying, usually are criticizing him for being a weak leader. Oh, where's Obama? Why doesn't he take strong and decisive action? But when the president takes strong and decisive action, they not only don't like it, but they're willing to hold up the entire funding for the Department of Homeland Security over this. What is this? Are we now got a new math where 1 and 1 makes 14 or 5? You know, if we really want to fight terrorism, we created the Department of Homeland Security after 2001, the horrific attack of 9/11, and they need to be funded. I'm here today to please urge that we pass a clean funding bill to protect the nation from terrorism, cybersecurity threats, which are mounting every day, and also be able to help our communities respond to other threats. Now, I believe that immigration does deserve a debate. I'm not arguing with that, nor would I ever want to, stifle senators' ability to speak on topics that they have strong beliefs and deeply held views. But let's move immigration to a different forum to talk about it. Now, the Senate in the last Congress passed a comprehensive immigration bill. It went to the House, and it sat there, and after a while, it kind of sat there some more, and then it died as that session did. The president, frustrated that the House of Representatives refused to take up a bill and debate it through its committees and on the floor, acted through executive order. So my view is, let's bring up immigration, let's move our comprehensive bill again, full and ample debate, full and ample amendments. Maybe the House will actually kind of get around talking about immigration instead of talking about Obama, and that we can pass the Homeland Security bill. Now, 3 times last week, the Senate rejected a procedural vote to take up Homeland Security. So people can say, Senator Barb, why did you do that? Well, I voted not to delay, but to move on. We Senate Democrats tried to move a clean Homeland Security funding bill. What does that mean? We focused only on the money. We said that we did not want to have the 5 poison pill immigration riders that are in the House bill present. We wanted to be able to take that out. The president is very clear. If we send him a bill that includes funding plus 5 poison pill riders on immigration, he will veto it. What is the consequence? We become a public spectacle in the world's eye. We play parliamentary ping pong with the President of the United States. We pass a bill because we want to have a temper tantrum. He vetoes it. It comes back. We have another debate where we huff and puff and hope problems will go away. We then try to override a veto, and all the while we're eating up time, and the world is watching us. Not only treasured allies, saying, what is this United States? The greatest deliberative body becomes just the greatest delaying body. And our enemies say they can't even get their act together internally to pass the very money to take us on. So they're going to try to bring it on to us. In the end, when all is said and done, more is getting said than's done. I urge the Senate that before we go out for President's Day recess, let's pass this bill. Tomorrow we are going to vote to confirm the Secretary of Defense, Dr. Ashton Carter. He's going through the process, reported out of committee. I look forward to voting for it. And why are we going to move so fast to confirm Dr. Carter? Because we need a Secretary of Defense. We got to fight for America. We got to stand up for America. We got to be muscular, ready, deal with those bad guys. I agree with that. And I salute our military every day in every way out there on the front lines and the line of the families and their families who so lovingly support them. But if you're going to have a Secretary of Defense, you also have a Secretary of Homeland Security, Secretary Jay Johnson, and there he is. Instead of America having deep pockets to fight terrorism, the Secretary of Homeland Security will have empty pockets. What is this? Why are we, we're going to rush to confirm Dr. Carter, and I think we ought to. No dispute from me on that. But shouldn't we be rushing to complete our work and fund Homeland Security? I think we should. We could do it tomorrow. We could do it tomorrow and pass this clean bill. The Department of Homeland Security's mission is to protect America from terrorism, to help communities respond to all threats, from terrorism to natural disasters. We're talking about TSA, who protects our airports. We're talking about Border Patrol and ICE. So if you're talking about immigration, don't we really want to fund the 50-plus agents that are out there protecting our borders? Cyber warriors securing our networks, people who are dealing with our bio threat and nuclear threat support, and also supporting state and local first responders, firefighters and EMS and all hazard people in states so they can be ready, whether they're responding to a local disaster or something that has been caused by a despicable attack. We need to be able to pass this bill. The Department of Homeland Security funding runs out on February 27th. In my view, instead of running the clock, we should move this bill. I believe it could pass tomorrow and that we could get our job done. But no, we're all going to go back to our home states. We're going to tell everybody how they've got a government on their side, how they can count on us to fight for America. But the way you fight for America is we stop fighting with each other. Let's try to find a sensible center, move this bill forward. I believe that on both sides of the aisle, people are patriots. I believe on both sides of the aisle, people want to defend America. On both sides of the aisle, let's come together right down that middle, and let's find a way to move this bill forward, have debate on immigration. I don't want to stifle or stiff arm it, but let's move this forward, and let's stand shoulder to shoulder, really doing our job to fund the agency that has the principal responsibility for protecting the homeland. Mr. President, I yield the floor.